Just want to kind of double click a bit on the cross-category shopping experience, right? So today you have, like you mentioned, a bunch of various categories. You have electronics with Tata Click, Westside, Chroma, Big Basket, AirAsia, and so on. How has the cross-selling experience panned out, and are there any plans to expand the offerings for even non-Tata brands as well?
So I will not be able to tell too much detail of what our plans of future are, but obviously, if the core philosophy is if you have to simplify consumers' life, then there's no doubt that we have to widen our category selection. Today, we are predominantly in commerce, travel to some extent. Financial services, we have only launched credit card and personal loans. There are many other things in FS that we haven't done yet, and FS is going to be one of our biggest things that we will do going forward. There are other categories that we also, I can't name it here, we haven't done, because if you truly have to live up to that spirit of living the life, then mobility comes, food delivery comes, a lot of things comes, right? So we are off to think of all of that, whether it is Tata Group or non-Tata Group. The second part is, I think, the cross-category, right? See, the way we look at it is, and it's a little bit more deeper. See, there are two ways that we are looking at this whole super app. One is, what are the offerings that you can give to a customer that an individual brand can't give? So 1mg can give you pharmacy and diagnostics. They can't give you insurance. They can't give you fitness. So now, if you think of a way or an offering that you are able to package insurance from, say, one of our Tata companies, AIG, AIA, with pharmacy, diagnostics, doctor consultation, fitness from Cult, wearables and fitness from other companies, and one of that, then you have a very strong proposition of a new product. So like that, we have many ideas of very innovative products that we want to build, which is not there in India today, combining all of this. Nobody has done it. To really take to market, because we said cross-category. Cross-category is two parts. So one is you combine offerings of multiple companies into one, which only we can do. Individual brand companies cannot do, right? And there are, take wedding. Today, Taj runs its wedding program, Tanishq runs its own. Everybody has his own wedding. Nobody has looked at it end to end. But everybody buys either from here, Tanishq jewelry, takes a hotel, goes in Air India or Vistara flight, books a holiday package, all individual. What we can do is really to build a weddings program to bring all of it together. So that's cross-category, right? It's a new offering by itself. Yep. And there are many such ideas. I mean, that's one way. The second way is from the data side. What we are constantly trying to do is understand affinities. At a high level, people will say people who buy grocery buys medicine. That's a very high level correlation. But you go down to a lot more details, and there are so much of insight that you get, which only we can do, because we are able to see all data together. Individual brands can't see it. We know people who buy baby products do something else somewhere, and hence there's a new cohort. Take a luxury cohort. We know people who buy Tata Click Luxury, Tanishq and Taj. There's a different cohort, and their behavior is very different. So if you combine all of this, then your whole cross-category is very well, but these are all things that we have to do. Execution is very important.
I think makes sense, Pratik. Um, I think one important question, which is more contextual given the today's macro environment, like it's the need of the hour for a lot of all the consumer internet companies out here is to balance growth with profitability, and you also mentioned about operating lean, and Tata Group has done it for so long while innovating at a constant pace. What advice would you give to today's product leaders, marketing leaders, entrepreneurs that we have in the audience? Like, how should they think about working with constraints? Yeah.
So I don't think it's a choice, right? A lot of people say it's a choice between growth versus profitability. That's the DNA ingrained or the culture ingrained. I think in Tata Group it is not a choice. It is growth with profitability is what we have been ingrained with, which we have grown up with. So first of all, when you see with that lens that you have to grow with profitably, then you start building your business also differently, right? So you will, I said lean, right? There are companies who do with a tech team of 100 people, the same amount of work. I mean, in our group itself we have, with companies that have got 700 people within our Tata Group itself. It is not that you require 700 people. It is just that you have just built it up. So I think the question is, and now when you go and ask that why you require 700 people to run your tech organization, the common question is, I need it because X, Y, Z, right? The key is that what we do in Tata Group is always benchmark against the best. If we have any company that runs with 35 to 40 people, then we will try to make sure that we can run with 35 to 40 people, right? So lean is something that goes in our DNA, number one. The second is the choices we make, right? I talked a lot on, I remember in June or July, we had a meeting where we said, should we go ahead and acquire customers by just paid marketing, or should we do the right way, even if it is slower, but do it in the right way. Build your product first. Be obsessed with the product first. Product is marketing, they say, right? So don't go, get your product right first. So that decision that we took, that we will not spend loads of money on marketing and get the product first right, are some of the things that every company has to think about, right? It is not about getting customers at any cost. It is about making sure that, as I said, the shape and the size has to be built in the right way. And for us, that's our DNA. Tata Group will push for growth. We can push for growth, but not at the cost of taking decisions that are not right or irreversible decisions, what you say.